And I see that this guy is standing there and pulled his dick out.
No, I don't believe you.
Cocks out. -20.
Chemical X.
Welcome back to Chemical X, everyone. We are so fucking excited to be here.
We are on fucking season 2 with a brand new setup.
Look
and
at
intro.
this amazing place. Yes, we have our brand new intro. Obviously, we looked hot as fuck. So thank you to Michael Franceschini for our intro video. And we're also going to give a special shout out to Donato, who made our intro song. If you guys want to check, he's an amazing artist. You can check him out. We'll link him down below. So thank you so much to those two people who made that beautiful intro happen. And now we're back in being 6
We're
on
back
10s.
in Miami, guys. Don't kill us for being away, but we're in Miami.
Basically, this room is Miami. I feel like I'm on vacation.
Yeah.
We have so many fun things. We have a fucking bubblegum machine.
Like, if I have to call Veronica to pick me up in Quebec City, we are ready.
As long as you have your 10 cents. How much is it to pay that thing? Guys, I also have my drink up so that you don't forget that we are gonna get wasted. I have my drink here. We are ready to go.
We're ready to go.
2021. This is our first episode of 2021. First episode of season 2. Bitch. That's all I have to say.
It was my birthday yesterday, but I'm sure all of you guys can relate. When it's your birthday, it's not just your birthday for one day. It's a weekend. It could even be spread out to
month.
a fucking month.
Anything,
So,
especially with you. You're like, it was my birthday
I'm
this
going to
year.
extend it for as long as I can. Family-wise, friend-wise.
Everything.
But
Milk it.
yeah, I'm going to milk
I
it.
have, since my birthday's in December, I only get like a couple of days before it's like, everybody already forgot. It's Christmas now, bitch. You don't get a special day.
I feel like it's fun that we're getting wasted. It's my birthday.
Yeah.
Haven't seen anybody, so this is going to be nice.
This is nice. Welcome to fun to see you again. Alessia just came out of a 2-week quarantine. It was
I came out of
bliss
a
for me.
2-week quarantine because I was in Miami, and turns out right after quarantine, I ended up back in Miami.
Literally.
Crazy. You just have to put it out in the universe,
I'm in
guys.
a summer outfit, guys. My tits are out. My boyfriend said, stop being so politically correct. Let's change that. So Alessia gave me the smallest top she owns. If you see a nip slip, don't report, just subscribe.
And I'm sure all of you are wondering how that's even Alessia's top, because if I put that on, it's the size of my nipples. So
Basically, Alessia is saying I have small tits. But I'll let it
what
slide.
I'm saying is Veronica could keep the top.
I'm just going to do a PSA. I have a little scrunch going on
Cheech.
here. A little bit of a... So let's not talk about that. Let's just ignore it. Again, like I'm saying, if you see it, just
Let's
subscribe.
embrace positivity 2021.
Yeah. Body positivity. I actually changed my birth control because I love to blame weight gain on everything except myself.
Right.
Not the fact that I haven't worked out in 3 months. Nope, not it. It's my birth control.
If you guys were wondering why the bubblegum machine is on Veronica's side, that explains
honestly,
everything.
no, I have to say, guys, I called my doctor and I was like, look, I'm not really happy with this birth control that I'm on. I feel like I gained weight, and I'm like, it's not only that, I just feel like it's really hard for me to lose weight. Like when I was going to the gym and eating well, like I still eat well, but we were going to the gym and I was really putting in work, honestly, and I was seeing, guys, 0 results. Like the number on the scale did not move. Nothing happened. I just felt like I couldn't budge. And usually I'm really like, I fluctuate easily with weight. So I was like, yo, what the fuck? So I looked it up. Apparently it was a thing associated with birth control, ran with it. Called my doctor. I'm like, look, I really want to change. She's like, well, yeah, weight gain could be a thing with this birth control. She's like, how much do you weigh now? So I told her, and she's like, she had guessed. First of all, she's like, here, I have this on file, so you're probably like, a couple of pounds more.
Right, because she basically
She
weighed
was
you
like,
before.
Yeah, she weighed me
Okay.
maybe like 2 years ago, whatever, the last time I went to do like a checkup, weighed me, and she was like, this is what I have on file. Like, what are you now? And I was like, oh, like I'm this. She's like, oh, wow, so you really gained weight.
Wow.
Excuse me?
On the bright side, okay, when you gain weight, you gain on your tits, and I'm sure now that you're gonna lose, you're gonna be sad. You can never win.
You can never win.
You're gonna lose your tits, and then
but
you're
when your
gonna say,
doctor calls you fat, you lose, I think. When your doctor says, oh, well, that's a weight gain. That's a gain. I said, listen. And then she caught herself and she said, I'm sure you're still a beautiful lady. I'm like, don't ignore the fact that you just said I gained a lot of weight. So shout out to my doctor. Go fuck yourself. But anyways, that's all.
It's been so long since we've done a podcast. So
You're
I feel like
25 now. Fuck.
I'm 25, and bitch, if you call me 25 one more time, I'll kill you. And not because I'm shaming getting older. It's just the fact that COVID has made me lose a year. So
2 years almost. No, a year. What am I saying?
A year.
A year.
And I just refuse for people to say, how do you feel being 25? Like, I was robbed a year, and you're going to call me 24. Thank you.
Absolutely. We were absolutely all robbed. Like, I think also last time we spoke about age, we got like blasted because apparently we were like insulting people's, but it doesn't have to do with actual age. It's not like 25 year old. You're not. It's just, I think, especially for you and I.
Yeah.
What am I trying to be grammatically correct?
Yeah.
You and I think for us, me and you, I think we really think like, okay, by this age, I really want to have like, accomplished this.
Yes.
Like for me, it's like I always envisioned,
Same.
okay, by the time I'm 24, I'm gonna, especially when you're a kid, you're like, I'm married with 3 kids at 24.
Oh my God, we have these crazy stereotypes that like by 28, we're married, financially stable, and we're ready to start our life, have kids by 30. We put this whole thing in our heads that I literally, when I turned 25, it was more the shock of like, wow, I don't feel like I accomplished enough.
You don't
and
feel
I
like
feel
you hit
so
your
behind.
set.
And I want to blame COVID on it, just like you blamed your doctor. But I feel like, I don't know, it's just like, it like affects me. I'm not going to lie.
No, absolutely. I think another thing, I was really thinking about this, and I also think something for us is like everybody right now that's relevant, like all the celebrities, let's say Bella Hadid, Baldwin, Bieber, I don't know.
It's Bieber.
Bitch. Anyways, all those girls like that are like the it girls right now are our age. Or like when you see that they're like even a year, 2 years younger than you, you're like, what the fuck? Like even all these TikTok people, like the TikTok like influencers are gonna be the next big thing. And these girls are like 16, 17. So you're like, these people are living essentially my dream.
Exactly.
And I feel like I'm old now. I missed my chance.
We put this like time stamp on everything, and it's like we really just have to go with the flow. And I think it's just we're such like wanting to overachieve that it's like we're always chasing something instead of like being grateful for where we are. Season 2, new setup. So
I think I fluctuate with being grateful to
I
like
know.
I'm very much like, honestly, I was telling this to my, I always do this. I was telling this to my boyfriend. I'm a type of person that I really look towards the future. And I'm not saying because I'm a Sagittarius, but it's because I'm a Sagittarius. But I really, really like, I can only think about the future. Like I was telling him like, you know, for me, our 1 year, I was like getting his input. I was like, do you feel the same way as me? For me, our 1 year anniversary, I felt like I was so pushing for it for us to get to that year. Cause I feel like it validates for me, like,
where
I
you
made
guys
it a
are.
year. Like I always feel like I'm trying to chase like milestones. Like,
I know what you mean.
Like when I hit 6 months, I'm like, okay, literally the day after 6 months, I'm like, okay, soon a year. I'm always chasing a milestone in anything.
Do you think it has to do with like when people say like, oh, how long have you been together? They take you more serious when they say, oh, a year. Oh, okay. So
a little
that's
bit,
maybe your future with him.
A little bit, but I also think that it's just really my character with anything. I'm always looking towards the future. I'm like,
which is
really
a good
like,
thing and not a
yes.
Like you want to also enjoy the present,
exactly.
which you do, but it's
I don't
just,
though. I don't enjoy.
Don't.
I genuinely. The thing is, for example, I never remember like I don't remember a lot of things. And it's because I never think about the past. I never think and sit and remember. I'm not really a reminiscer.
It's kind of a good thing in a way.
Yes, but also I'm never living in the present. I'm so far in the future. Like I was literally telling my boyfriend, I was like, you don't understand. Like we're celebrating our 1 year anniversary and I'm already thinking, okay, 2 years. Now we have to chase 2 years. I'm always chasing something. I'm always towards the future. And it can be kind of detrimental. And I really have been trying to like sit and think because it honestly ruins a lot of things for me. It ruins relationships because I'm always like trying to chase a thing that doesn't mean anything.
And then there's also the people who are stuck on the past. Yeah. So it's like, it's actually really hard to be human and to be so presently there. Yeah. I like now that I think about it, I think I am a little bit like you. I do try and enjoy where I'm at, but sometimes it gets really hard.
I mean, I know us. How many times Alessia calls me 64 times a day saying, oh, I have an idea. I have a this. I have a this. She's exactly the same as me in the sense of, and I always put you back, in your place, kind of in the present.
But we're all good at giving people advice.
Because I love to give the advice I can't take. But I realized over time that it's really bad for me because I find I dwell so much on the future that I'm not actually like, all I do is like things to get me somewhere in the future, which yes, theoretically, really good quality. But when it's all I can think about and when I'm so obsessed with like getting somewhere,
that has
like
to also do
getting
with you being so
year.
creative. You have so many ideas too. You know,
I always need to push like further and I really see it the most. It's the perfect example in relationships getting somewhere. For example, like moving in, I'm very like, oh, this was too soon. It didn't fit my timeline or, you know, I'm always looking to the future. What's going to happen in this long? You know what I mean? I always have to say, will we make it to a year? Will we make it to 2 years? I'm always setting deadlines.
Yeah, like speaking of that. So my boyfriend and I have been together for 2 years and like, do you know how many people say like, oh, it's 2 years you guys are together and you're not moved in, you know, like there's that peer pressure too, you know, you're thinking it's too early, is it? And then for some people it just works. And for us, like I look at like my relationship and I started dating my boyfriend before his first cousin started getting a girlfriend. We started double dating and stuff. They're already moved in, they're already established, they're already like, they're probably getting married soon, if you know what I mean. And it's like, sometimes I try so hard to not compare my relationship to other people's, but then I go like, wow, they're so much further ahead, but they're also older and they're probably in a different stage in their life. And I'm like, I can't compare, but I can't help sometimes to like, it weighs on me so hard. Is this a therapy class?
For real. But I totally agree because I remember when my boyfriend, like I always had this anxiety that like, okay, right, like now that we've spent so much time together, our relationship is over. Like I had this idea in my head that we needed to be apart. We needed to like make it last as long as possible being apart before moving in, because then it's gonna fuck it up because it's gonna be too soon. Honestly, I'm sure everybody does this. We go to Google and we say, you just want to read other people's, like I just wanted to see that like I didn't fuck up my relationship by moving in so early. Like I wanted to see other people's kind of success stories because I just had this negative feeling over moving in so early. Even though I was happy, I was having an amazing time, like there was nothing for me that felt like this was a bad decision, but I was so worried that like, cause I did it early, then now this is gonna go down, this is gonna go down.
Instead
like
of actually enjoying the moment.
Exactly.
Of like, first step, moving in.
Instead of enjoying living together, I was so worried it's gonna fuck up the future because I look towards the future.
And like me, I'm so like, okay, like pressured into maybe we should move in together that I'm not enjoying the kind of freedom I have now where it's like we can still do these fun dates where it's like I can go home and like kind of have like not a double life, but like I'm still like gradually like dating him, you know what I mean? Like
and I think it just like all these situations made me realize you really have to like focus on your own relationship and in anything in life, like the timeline, and
nourish those plans.
What?
And nourish those plans.
They're fake, it's fine.
Just like your relationship.
But I just think there's a time for everything, and it's so cheesy to say, but it's actually true. Like sometimes things happen way earlier.
Thank you. And I'm gonna try and take that advice now.
But I still can't take my own advice. But just there's no actual set timeline. Like just cause, for example, I moved in with him early doesn't mean our relationship is gonna go to shit. And just cause you guys haven't moved in yet doesn't mean you have a bad relationship. You know, I feel like people are so quick to like judge and quick to like put this timeline of when he should say I love you, when this, who should.
I mean,
say...
it's not even people. I think we put it amongst ourselves.
Yes,
you know,
absolutely.
Yeah.
I also wanted to talk about, somebody actually asked me, somebody DM me this. When's a good time to post the first picture with your boyfriend? New relationship. Beep 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 boop. New relationship. Literally, that was the sound effect. When's the best time to post a new relationship first picture on Instagram?
Ooh, and is it the girl who should do it or the guy?
Ooh, find out next time on the Chemical X podcast.
I think for me, because I'm like more on Instagram and care about it a little more, I think girls think more in depth about it. That's 100%. Unless you're a guy posting gym selfies, then you're probably that guy who thinks about it even more than the girl.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like I think as the girl, I want to be the one announcing it.
Really?
Yeah, I prefer if I did it. That's what I did in my relationship. I posted first. Didn't really think too much into it though. I don't know.
I mean, how long?
How long in? I think it was maybe. Oh my god, it's so weird. But before my boyfriend and I started dating, I actually posted a story with him, and I think that was to kind of say like. Not that I was trying to say, bitch, we're official. My Instagram followers know we're together. You can't go back on your word. But essentially.
Basically.
Yeah.
I
and
mean,
then I think it was like 3 months in until I posted.
Yeah. That's like I'm totally contradicting myself by
I was
saying,
just gonna say.
Don't put a timeline. And now I'm saying,
Don't
so what's the timeline?
What's the timeline?
But I'm gonna.
Guys, if you move in together after one day of meeting and fucking, then week 1 is good.
The
Whenever
day before
you feel
fun.
the time is
Move-in
right.
day, post the pic.
Yeah.
But this is what my advice to her is really it's everybody's relationship to themselves. So you need to see how comfortable you are in your relationship. Do you feel like you're in a serious place? Like you also don't want to like announce a relationship kind of, and then you guys break up a week later. A week later. You don't want to post something till you know it's official, even if it doesn't have to be like so official. You can still you have a feeling in your body whether or not you know that something's gonna last.
I think,
right?
Yeah. In the second you start feeling secure in your relationship where you're like, I'm his person and he's my person, boom, post a picture.
Yeah.
And don't think twice.
And
you'll know that feeling. But if you're feeling like you have doubts already about him and you're unsure where this is going, don't also mask it by putting a picture.
Yeah. I also remember I have this thing where I feel like I don't want to post too much like sentimental. I don't want to post too much like about my relationship in like a cheesy way.
Followers.
That is a fucking fact. Fact. Guys, I posted a cutest thing I ever posted, made an anniversary video for me and my boyfriend, lost 25 followers. I was like, you know what? See ya.
Veronica, I lose 25 followers by just
existing.
Posting a picture of myself with tits. I have more and more men on my audience and less women. Girls, I swear I don't bite.
But I hate posting like cheesy shit because I feel almost like when I let people into my business, like my personal life, I feel like people ruin it. Like I don't want to talk so cute. I always feel like people are out to not out to ruin your relationship or something, but I just feel like when you're so open and you express like really emotions and like you express like sensitivity and you're vulnerable, I feel like a lot of times like you almost get like bad juju and like people start like
But that's why a lot of like really famous influencers and stuff don't bring their like husbands, boyfriends or anything into it, or to like the bare minimum just to stay, but they kind of keep their personal life different. And I feel like when you have a podcast, you kind of just have to lay it all on the table.
Yeah. And I really had to learn to talk about like all these things that I almost didn't want to ruin. Like I didn't want to taint them with other people's opinions, because realistically, everybody gets affected by opinions. You know what I mean? So when you start hearing people like, I don't want to now publish my...
The more and more like you get comfortable, like... with it, the more and more you're not gonna care.
Yeah, for sure. I'm the type of person where I don't want to be like talking all like this how amazing my relationship is, and then people start like, oh yeah, but he did this and she did this, sure, bullshit. I as much as I can say, don't listen to what people think. To a certain extent, I genuinely it'll affect me what people are saying, and I'll start to think about my relationship in a negative light, and I don't want to do that. So,
and who do you think is judging your cute cheesy relationship post? Do you think it's the people who are miserable in a relationship? Is it the single people who don't have a boyfriend, or is it just a data of everybody?
I mean, I think usually it's people that are not happy, and only because for me, I mean, I've never been somebody to judge relationship. I've never been like a salty single person. Like, I've always been very happy for people in love. Being single
should be like the actual best times of your life. It's so like nice because you get to like figure out what you want, and like there's such a sense of freedom and being able to like, I don't know, like it's just it's so important to be single as it is to be in a relationship. So
100%.
If you're there, you're only like taking out all the X's of what you don't want. So
I think especially
the more you learn about yourself, the more you're gonna get the right relationship. So being single is not a bad thing, and I feel like
a lot of people
they watch
a lot of people put negative energy towards being single, but it's not. You should, and putting negative energy towards a happy relationship is so ugly, okay?
Yeah.
You're ugly to do that because you're just going to bring that back upon yourself.
Yeah.
You're going to put negativity out in the world to cute, happy relationships. It's going to come back to you, but you're going to have a shitty relationship. So
and
don't do that.
Yeah. And like, I'm not going to go too into The Bachelor, but like, I just thought a few things.
Unknown
I watched The
territory for
Bachelor.
me.
Veronica doesn't, but every time I watch girls on The Bachelor, there's always one catty fight. I don't know if producers like cast these kind of people because they want it to be an entertaining year, but there's always going to be those two people that are fighting and that are going to take it down with the guy. And I don't know if I'm switching topics a little bit, but to me, there's a lot of things about The Bachelor that are so unnatural and that it's just hilarious and it's fun to watch. But I never understood when like, like a girl is having like a good relationship with the guy, but you're also there, and yes, jealousy comes in and all these things. But I never understood like the whole like taking the guy to the side and bringing him into this. Like the second you do that and address what's bothering you, and the girl, she's like this, you lose the guy.
But
Because
like you should
suddenly
never.
it's not about your relationship anymore, and you're getting his opinion into it, and you just lose it. You lose it.
But
He's
you
not
should-
choosing you.
Yeah, you should never like bring like other girls into your relationship with the person you're in a relationship with. Like you take that shit up with the girl, not with him. Like he doesn't give a fuck, guys.
He
Like
doesn't give a fuck. He's not choosing you, and he just thinks you're drama. Anyway, so many weird things about The Bachelor.
I don't even get me started.
Like it's just so weird to me that like everybody's there waiting on a rose, and everybody is ready to marry him, and it's like who he wants, and it's so unrealistic in a relationship setting, because in normal relationships it's like I have to choose you and you have to choose me, but it's like those girls are so willing to choose him, and it's like his journey, not theirs. It's so weird. I can't explain it. But.
I totally agree. I also think it's a whole different world. Like when you're set almost in this game where you have to like, everybody's pinning for the same guy. You feel so competitive. You almost want them for real so much. But once
it's the ideal version of winning him over more than love.
But it doesn't. It's not genuine. I
mean,
think
there's
it's
so many
rarely
things that genuine. They go eat dinner and then they never touch food. It's just like they're cheersing, and apparently they like eat before. It's just so scary.
Don't even get me started on The Bachelor. Honestly, I don't know shit about it. But the last thing that I want to say about boyfriends and Instagram. Okay, my boyfriend does not comment or like any of my posts especially when I post about him. And yeah, we live together. Unintentionally, completely unintentionally, but I literally got pissed at him and I said, babe, like this needs to change. Like, you know how rude it is when I post a cute ass picture of us, I write a cute caption and you don't even like it? I'm like, people are gonna think you fucking hate me. He's like, why do you care so much about what people think? I'm like, okay, it's not about what people think, it's a little bit about what people think, but it's also for me, okay? Like I'm posting a cute thing, you can't even fucking like it. Like,
but I think that goes back to also like having people judge, you're like, wow, like, does he love me? I want people to know, like, I want
people to know that he loves me. That's a problem.
Yeah.
Like, even though
So we're working on that.
We're working on that. I skewed the fight to make
David,
it seem like not.
But just comment on the picture.
Like, comment on the picture. Like, if you're in it, like, come on. Like, you don't have to like all my pictures, but at least show people that you actually love me and I'm not just obsessed with you. Like,
and I spent 5 hours making this anniversary video and you couldn't even double tap your finger.
David, come on.
We're asking for not much.
We're not much. But honestly, it's because sometimes I see, and it's sad, but obviously it doesn't mean he loves me more because he comments on my pictures. Obviously not, but it's just
the world we're living in.
It's just the world we're living in, and I don't want people to think he hates me because we're very much in love, very much happy. And he's like, but babe, I love the picture. I see it in real life. I said, yes, but that's not enough. They don't know.
Twins.
Ew, do you want to blow me?
I was in Miami. We just finished eating dinner at a restaurant. Obviously, a nice hotel. You're obviously going to see the nicest cars in front. So that's what you see when you walk out. And so there's this like couple that's leaving the restaurant or whatever, was just hanging around there in the lobby, leaving like us. And all of a sudden they see these two Ferraris, and my boyfriend and I are walking out, and you see the guy take his phone out and he's taking pictures of her fake getting into the Ferrari. Veronica, I just couldn't.
That's my least favorite thing.
I couldn't, but like also I'll explain to you like my like thought process in this. So they both did it. So I guess couples who gram together stay together. I guess that's how it works.
Who fake open Lamborghinis.
So I'm not even joking. She was literally like almost touching the cardigan in, like realistic. And that's why I don't trust Instagram. So she's getting in, and then they do the reverse. Like, then he's doing it, and then they just hop in the fucking Uber and go home. And I just couldn't.
Insta versus
A part of me
reality.
wants to be like, ugh, why are you faking a life you don't have? But then it always confuses me, because then I think of the universe, and the universe always says you have to act like it's yours. So I'm just confused. Like,
So do I take a pic in front of the Ferrari or not?
Yeah, like
Not Ferrari, Lamborghini. I just changed the brand 6 times.
technically, like, if you think about it,
She's doing the right thing.
She's doing the right thing, but then also she's faking a life. So,
No,
guys.
but honestly, there's one thing that's my pet peeve, and it's posing in front of cars.
Yeah, I agree.
If it's your car, okay, sure.
I agree.
But if you're posing in front of like cars that are not, like, I never
if
understood
you're doing a
that.
vintage shoot, or you're doing like really cool, like
Yeah.
se-
No, I'm talking on the street. You
high
see a
heels,
Lambo,
clubbing.
and you say, "Can I take a pic in front of it?" Like, the picture is never
nothing-
gonna come out cute. That's one, because Lamborghinis are as short as my knee, and you're always gonna look fucking weird beside it.
Second, you are never gonna in your life be able to own a Lamborghini.
It's just weird. It's just I would feel weird as the person who
That's
owns.
mean what I said.
mean. You're mean. It's fine. I would feel embarrassed as the person, not embarrassed, but like I would feel so weird as the person who owns a Lamborghini. Like, you're going in the restaurant, you have to think about all these fucking losers taking pictures in your car, touching your car.
Also, the people getting the Lamborghinis, there's a reason it's in front of the hotel.
Yeah.
They like that.
Literally,
You don't get a Lamborghini to not put the muffler on. Got that there.
I would die to have a nice car and watch people take pictures in front of it and to say unlock,
But yeah,
and
that
then
was
get in
pretty
my car.
much the highlight of Miami. We did a lot of restaurants, didn't do much, but I feel like that's also the politically right answer to say with all this spew going on about being away on vacation. But I also, my boyfriend was like, I really want to try this restaurant. Let's go. It's a restaurant where everything is like already pre-planned. There's only a certain amount of people that could be in the restaurant, and you can't choose what you want to eat. It's not a la carte. It's very, this is what you're
Ooh,
getting.
that's scary.
Okay? So
I'm
we get there,
nervous.
and then I'm like, ooh, I'm having so... Anyway, so we get there, and I start taking pictures of the food, really good, whatever. And then my boyfriend starts talking to the chef, because it's very, like, intimate. Like, you can start a conversation, because they're right behind making it, like, by the bar. And my boyfriend goes, oh, yeah, my girlfriend's going to take pictures and post on her Instagram. She has a lot of followers. I look at him, and I'm like, babe. I did it in front of him, because I'm like, you're not going to embarrass me like that.
Well, first of all
5,000 followers in Miami is actually equivalent to 2 followers.
-6.
5,000 followers says...
5,000 followers is my nonna has 5,000 followers in Miami. Like,
And I know it's so mean to say, and I'm not trying to justify the, like, that's
no,
who
it's
you
not.
are,
It's
and-
just
but
where
like,
you are.
Like, babe, I'm in Miami, and then after, I'm like, I
The
had
chef
to
probably has
defend
500
myself. I had no choice. I'm like, babe, 5,000 followers in Miami is like having 2. Like, please. And then the guy goes, she's right. That's all. And I left, and I said, babe, don't ever do that again.
Well, seriously, people who pull this whole 5,000 as if it's a lot, I go, okay. 5,000 6 years ago could have been something. Now that it took me 6 years to get here, it's not a lot. I've just traveled a lot and, got a lot of random people to follow me.
Oh my God.
But, no, I can't. It's really weird how where you are in the world, like, it's so, like, I remember when we had Zach Long on the podcast and we were saying, like, oh, you're an influencer. He's like, well, yeah, but in LA, like, it's almost not, like, it's almost like zero. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so many people have so much. And I've heard a lot of people talk about that, how in LA, it's like everywhere you go, it's like everyone has 100K. Like, you're not special because you have 100K. And I'm going, what about 5? What about 5K? We're good? We're good to go?
But then there's also the micro influencer package we got going on, for the less fortunate.
Honestly, I wanted to speak about that. I don't think at a time influencer marketing was getting big, and yes, it's still the most like successful form of marketing, and it's really, really amazing. But
I think it's TikTok now.
But I mean, like, using influencers as marketing. But
Yeah.
I just think right now, I think it's gonna come to an end soon because people
It's
are getting
just so
less
unrealistic.
people are getting less and less genuine though. Like, people, I remember,
Look, like, if it's clothes and it's an outfit that you chose on the website and then you're branding it, yes, that's a style you would. It's not fake.
I just find in the sense of, and I'm specifically talking about this type of like advertising something. Like, for example, I saw this influencer, celebrity-ish, whatever. She was like posting her makeup skincare routine, okay? Sorry, not her makeup skincare routine. Morning skincare routine.
As so many other influencers do.
So she pulls out her camera. She's pulling out every single product from the same brand. Yes, guys, this is from this too. It's this product. You can check it out. I'm going, okay, to be realistic, if you want to say this changed your life, changed your skin, whatever. Nobody
you got it in
uses,
the mailbox one day ago.
Yeah, and also nobody uses, we can all agree, we don't use the same brand for every product.
Sorry, we
you
don't.
use a moisturizer from one thing, as cleanser from one thing. It's not realistic. So it's like, how do you want me to listen to you and pretend like this is actually your morning routine?
100%.
Like, you're obviously lying. And now I don't believe you.
And I feel like, if brands were to just be like, try out all the products, choose one, whatever you want, implement it in your makeup routine.
Yeah.
The fact that you're doing that, and this from them and this, it's like,
it's so unrealistic.
You lost me.
And that's why I think micro influencers are being bigger, because they are more concerned about giving quality to their followers.
They don't want to lie.
Yeah, they're going to be like, no, I genuinely like this and I genuinely don't like this, because they don't have like, you know what I mean? They're probably even going to do it for free. They're doing it just for the product. Like, they're going to have a lot more of an honest opinion than somebody who's getting paid $10K for a post, because they feel like, okay, I have this high price tag. I need to give them what they want, this positive review.
And I think it comes back to the people who like really value their followers more than the bank account.
Exactly.
Like, they're gonna, in the end, those are the people who make even more money. The people who say no to specific contracts and then really create a brand for themselves. Than the ones who literally start saying, I use this, I love this outfit, and then it's like, you never see them actually go out in it.
That's how I feel about even us when we're looking for sponsors and everything. It's like, I don't want to, a lot of people write to us and say, oh, like, can you talk about this? We'll send you this. But I'm like, we want to really choose people that we would be proud, and we actually like, I would never be like, oh, this tastes amazing and it tastes like shit. You know what I mean? Like, we have a genuine podcast. We literally talk here and fucking expose our life. Like, I'm not gonna go and be fake after and pretend I like something when I don't. So
what she's trying to say is that we look like fake bitches, but we're really real.
We're really real. We really real. Realize. Anyways, so off topic. Let's get away from this serious. Well, actually, this is fucking serious, but whatever. I have the craziest story that Alessia has not heard yet. I've been holding this story hostage from her.
I'm scared.
Since she's been in Miami. This happened while she was in Miami, and I'm still traumatized by it. And I also kind of didn't want to tell her, because she's never gonna want to come to my house again. So.
But I also feel like you hate me, and that's the perfect thing to say so that I never have to come here again.
Just might be why I'm saying it. So yeah, I got this whole new setup. Never come back.
Literally.
Okay, guys. So.
Well, I'm scared.
You're gonna freak. Okay, now I'm hyping up the story. Now it's not gonna be good. Anyways, so guys, it was honestly like 3 weeks ago. It was during the holidays. I was refixing my this was before curfew, so people could still be out at night. I was just fixing up my dining room, and my dining room has a bunch of windows. Like, I can see the street from where I am. I'm not high up. Like, I'm one of the first floors in my building, so I can like really see the street, and the street can see me when I'm in the room. And I don't have curtains. So if anybody wants to sponsor us for curtains.
So basically.
So anyway, so I'm just like fixing up my dining room.
Basically, you're at fault here. You don't have curtains.
I don't have curtains, so it's
great.
me,
So we can all, Veronica's accountable.
Victim blaming, Alessia.
Okay.
Anyway, so my boyfriend went out for a cigarette. It's maybe like 9 p.m. at night, so it's dark out. I'm just like fixing up right beside the windows. My boyfriend goes out for a cigarette out the back door. Very common occurrence because he's a smoker. Okay.
That's another topic for another
That's another topic for another day. We're going to talk about that. Anyway, so he goes out for a cigarette. I'm doing my shit. I look out the window and I see this guy dressed in like a black jacket with a hood on. Exactly how my boyfriend has a big black jacket. He always puts his hood on. So I'm like, whatever. And he has like a scarf around his neck. Okay. And I see him outside and I don't notice right away this person. And then I see he's like, when somebody's looking at you and they're like kind of trying to get your attention. So I'm like, what the fuck? So I look and I'm like cause it's so dark, I'm trying to assess if it's my boyfriend or not. Cause I'm like my boyfriend's outside. Obviously he just walked down the steps and came to like try and like flirt with me through the window, So I get closer to the window and I'm like really trying to look like, who is this person? Like, why are they calling me? You know, like, is this my boyfriend?
Wait,
so
what do you mean they're calling
well,
you?
like he was like, you know what I mean? Really trying to get my attention. So I'm looking and I'm trying to like focus and make my eyes register what's going on and like adjust to the light because it's so dark. And I see that this guy is standing there and pulled his dick out.
No, I don't believe you.
Cocks out. -20.
No.
Cocks out.
Why would he even want to show his cock? It's going to look 3 times smaller.
I don't know. It looked pretty big, actually. I'm not going to lie.
Really?
Well, I saw it from up here. It wasn't a fucking quiche.
I know, but usually the cold hits and suddenly they become, they don't have a dick, they have a vagina, actually.
No, he literally whipped his dick out. And guys,
What?
I didn't notice right away because I'm trying to focus. So I'm looking.
Did your eyes
Then I
focus on-
see that it's his dick. And
So
I'm
you
going.
basically cheated on your boyfriend.
I laughed, but get this, guys. I still think it's my boyfriend. So I'm laughing and I'm going, huh. And then I'm going, okay, like, is this my boyfriend? Like, what do I do in this situation? So I step back and I go, that was kind of weird. Like, you know, not totally out of character for my boyfriend, but wouldn't expect him to do something like that because a lot of people could see. I go out the back and I see my boyfriend is chilling there smoking, and I see the guy in black is walking towards the back of my house. Hey guys, so we just quickly wanted to thank our sponsors. For season 2, we have 2 new sponsors. So first off, we have Eau de Vie, which is a new local Montreal brand for, they're basically like carbonated alcohol drinks. They taste fucking good, honestly. Usually they're not good.
I just tried it now, guys, and I'm heading more towards the peach. I think it's like my favorite ever.
So good. They have 2 flavors, watermelon and peach. And honestly, they're amazing. You can find them in a couple of grocery stores. We'll link them down below. You can check out where you can find them. They're really good. And I'm also drinking it in this custom cup that was made by Maison Couture Shop. And we'll also link them down below.
And for our second sponsor of the day, you guys are going to be really familiar with this one. This is Neonific, our neon sign in the back that you see here that you can hang anywhere in your room, in your house, in a restaurant. If you use our promo code ChemicalX at checkout, you will receive 10% off your order.
I said, babe, get in here right now. What the fuck?
Oh,
I was literally traumatized.
my God.
And I'm going, thank God I didn't flash my tits back to him, thinking
oh
it was
my God,
boyfriend.
which would also be in Veronica's character.
But if I would have known it was my boyfriend, that's something 100% I would have flashed my ass, flashed my neck, whatever. I'm like, this guy, imagine I would have been like, whoop, hey babe. You would have been like, yeah, just what I came to see. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not saying, like, usually I'm really not affected by these things. Like, I always make fun of Alessia, but I was literally, I'm gonna be honest, I was traumatized. Like, I was literally like, I feel so like,
Yeah, I'm only coming here in the day now, so we shoot on Saturdays only. Well, with the curfew, I guess that's all we could do.
But I felt really like I saw something that I didn't agree to see, like, and especially that I was so into it, like, looking like I was
feel dirty for accepting
and
pleasure.
smiling. Like, I feel I'm almost mad that I didn't say like, what the fuck, because that was what I wanted my reaction to be, but I thought it was my boyfriend. Like, so I felt really traumatized, and now all the time I'm scared. I'm at night. I'm always, thank God there's a curfew, because now people can't be out at night anymore.
If that's what we're resorting to, that's
the
very
next day, guys, when I
and
went to work, I was on the street looking for everyone with a black jacket. I saw this.
You were looking at the street for everybody with a dick out.
I saw this like homeless man with a black jacket. I said, probably him. He has a black jacket. He has a gray stuff. I said, it had to be him. Maybe he was just
like it really scares the fuck out of me. The like somebody will actually go the mile to take it out in the cold. Like, I'm just worried about his dick.
The guy who came upstairs and knocked on my window scared me less than this, because the guy who came up was a young kid, and it wasn't like, he didn't do it in a creepy way. It was like, okay, don't do that, like, you're an idiot.
Oh my God, Veronica, were you gonna let him in?
No, but I'm saying, like, he wasn't being like fucking weird about it. Like,
Yeah.
he was just like, oh, I just want to see you're really pretty. Like, I was just like, oh, okay, you could leave now, you know. Like, I think he didn't register that it was the wrong thing
And
to
the
do.
problem is that was Veronica's first trial to saying,
Get curtains.
babe, we need curtains, because somebody just walked up. Guys, it's not just like he walked to the window. Like, to get up to Veronica's apartment, like,
There's
you
stairs.
gotta go up 3 sets of stairs. So first of all, she clearly put on a show. So show me the dance routine that you did. And second of all, like curtains immediately. Veronica said, you know what? It's not in my budget this month.
I mean, I'm sorry that no, we actually did get curtains, but they didn't get up there yet because my dad didn't pass by. But
Wow.
but yeah, no, I think for me though, really like flashing your dick, that was like, and I was just more mad that I literally thought it was my boyfriend. Like I didn't know. I was just like, oh, haha, dick's out, like cock's out, you know, chilling. And now I'm like, this guy now knows where I live. Obviously is fucked up enough to whip his dick out to a stranger in public. Like he might come up, and I was now I'm always like checking that my doors are locked just cause it stresses me. If it would have happened in
not
like
only doors are locked, you need like 3 locks now.
but I'm like, if it would have happened in like a parking lot, I wouldn't have been that. I would have been like, bitch, yo, dick small. I mean, it wasn't, but you know what I mean?
But I get
but
it.
the fact that it was in my house, he saw where I lived, like, I was like, whoa, like, this is a little too close literally to home. Like, put that dick away.
Wow.
Anyway, yeah. So
Veronica,
what's to learn from
if you
this?
don't know this about me, I am scared of my own shadow. My parents always try to put me into like self-defense class because it's so weird that I have this reaction to being like super scared of everything because nothing in my life really happened for me to have this traumatic experience. And I think that's what's so fucked up. People don't understand why I'm so scared. And it's like ever since young, I'd have crazy dreams about being kidnapped. And I think as a girl, we have more of that scared, like being taken away from everyone and being kidnapped. So I don't think that part's unnormal. But I think the part of like, I really feel like it's happened to me. So I get, it's almost like anything that happens, especially at night, is like, I get so scared.
Maybe
so
in another life.
Maybe in another life, who knows? But now that you told me this story, I'm going to reevaluate.
I think your fear though is like, yes, we like obviously girls are more scared, we're more like vulnerable, you could say, like, and it makes sense as to why.
But I'm just so happy you're on my level now and you understand.
I still don't. Guys, I'm a really fear, like, if you know me, you know that I'm like not even scared one. Like, I'm the type of person, I will walk home at night, probably almost to the point where it's like, hey, you maybe shouldn't do that. But like, I'm very fearless in that sense, and this was just something I was like, okay, this is not right, like this shouldn't happen. But I do feel like your fear is a little bit to the point where it's like, okay, like excessive. But maybe in another life you were like kidnapped and that's where you got your fear
don't know, or maybe I watched too many movies with like having 2 brothers that's always like a girl gets kidnapped, I'll be back. You know what I mean?
I think it also could be your view of yourself. Like maybe you don't think you're like strong enough, or like in my
Thanks, Veronica.
No, but
Thanks for letting everybody know that I'm a weak motherfucker.
Skinny ass arms. But I'm telling you, my view of myself, I think I'm macho man. Like I think a guy would come
because you have
to
the
me.
tennis ball arms, so I guess I have to go to the gym. Thanks for letting me know.
But I'm saying, like, I feel so like if somebody would come up to me, I would be like, don't you fucking, and guys, I would probably get kidnapped. But I just have this view of myself as if I'm God.
Because
that
you'd
I think
be
I
so
can get
fucking annoying. They would kidnap you and they'd say, honestly, let's find somebody else. Let's just stick her out.
I would literally be like, yo, do you
be like,
have a better radio station? Like,
they'd be like, this is the perfect victim. She won't even scream for help.
honestly, that shit's scary though. All this, like, I remember once that happened to me. You know what's funny? You have the fear, but all the weird things happened to me.
Yeah.
I remember I was in an IGA once, and I was reading this story the other day about somebody who was like, this person was following me around a Walmart, like and they said it was like maybe a signal of like human trafficking, like maybe they were trying to like kidnap them or something, and basically the person was following her around the Walmart, and I was like, okay, like that's creepy. But the same exact thing happened to me maybe like a year ago. I was in an IGA and this man was every time I would turn around, I would see that he was like kind of like near me, and I was like, that's weird, like why is he following me? Left at the same time as me, didn't buy anything, and just sat in his car staring at me while I got in my car. I was so afraid. I was like, I don't know what to do because I didn't want to leave, and he followed me. So you called
somebody who's even more scared so that I would not be there to comfort you. I'd be like, Veronica, he was trying to rape you. I would think of all the bad things. You cannot call me in these situations.
I think I had called my boyfriend and I was like, honestly, just stay on the phone with me. I took like a route home and I tried not to get scared, but I was like, you know what? That was fucking creepy. Like this person literally followed me through. It was 9 p.m. The IGA was closing.
Yeah. And one tip I'll give a lot of people, because I hear so many incidents that happen. when you get in your car, not everybody's ready to put on the gas and go. You chill, you check your Instagram, whatever. Just lock your car.
Yeah.
Lock your car. Because I feel like so many people chill and they don't even realize. And I hear so many stories happen to my neighbor where they just open the door and it's just like, I literally, if it's possible, lock my door before I even get it, if that makes sense. It's like a 1-2 step. It's like, it could be
You're locking the door's not even closed.
I'm like, I'm literally fucking myself over because I'm locking myself from even getting inside. But.
Alessia, you guys, you don't understand. Like, it's pure daylight, and she's like, can you come and get me downstairs? I'm like, okay, like, you need therapy. You need literally therapy, guys. So if there's a therapist listening, I have a fucking patient for you, let me tell you.
Oh my God.
But yeah, no, I would say I'm pretty fearless in that sense.
Going back to Instagram, because I just have to say something because it's so weird and it's been happening to me more and more often lately. And I just want to understand if maybe anybody gets this or you. But like, okay, so giveaways. We'll talk about giveaways. Perfect way to get engagement and all that shit. But what I don't understand is like, look, when you have friends, you already know when you're going on the giveaway and you're entering who your 3 friends are. Why am I getting tagged in giveaways from people I do not know? Like, that's equivalent to somebody literally walking into my house, like you're saying. It's like walking into my house and saying hello.
It's showing your dick outside the window, essentially.
Exactly. Like, I don't get
why people do that.
If it's a friend of a friend and I kind of know who you are, but why is it these like random like
I get
why?
the same like 4 people tagging me in giveaways all the time. I'm like, I don't even follow. Like, I don't know you. Like
I
what
don't
are you
get
doing?
it.
It's so, it honestly
I just have
creeps
to
me
say
out.
that.
No, I totally agree. And sometimes it's like one time my boyfriend's ex-girlfriend's sister tagged me in a giveaway and I said, what? Like,
You said what?
I'm
But
so
still
confused.
relatable.
No, but still, you're like, why are you But I think it's because they want people with a lot of followers.
Ew.
No, but they want people to like
go to Miami so you
But there are
remember
always
where
these
you're at.
giveaways. There are always these giveaways that's like a pen and a gift card, and you're like, I'm not. I would rather. Okay, I have something to say. Giveaways, guys. I know we did one. I feel this way. Let me know if you agree. Fucking write down in the comments if you agree with this. Okay. When somebody does a giveaway, I feel like it has to be something that is valuable to the point that somebody wants to engage with it. Like, you know what I mean? You can't say, okay, put this in your story, tag 4 friends, like, follow all these people if it's like 2 candles. Like,
Yeah, unless you're Kylie Jenner giving away 3 million Louis Vuittons.
Yeah.
Yes. But if not, like, if you're giving $10 gift certificates and you're doing 10 major small prizes, like, don't be sad after and be like, oh, well, why did I lose all the followers after? It wasn't genuine. Like, try and keep it to 1 or 2 things max, and don't try and make everybody start trying to have to follow you.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I think people, like, for me and my sense, like, I will only enter a giveaway.
You grabbed your tit when you did that.
My sense, if it's a boob job. No, I'm just kidding. I'll only enter a giveaway if it's something that I feel like, okay, this is of value to me and I don't want to spend money on it. But I won't enter like 1,000 giveaways because at the end of the day...
Yes, you might get the engagement at the beginning, but you lose it.
But it's just like also as people that enter giveaways, it's like you're going to be following 600 accounts that you don't know, people that you don't feel like seeing on your feed. Yeah. You're going to end up unfollowing them. And it's like, I'll only, like for me, it's like I would literally, I have friends that tag me in 100 giveaways a day. I'm like, look, I will literally buy you the product for you to stop tagging me in these giveaways. Like I will literally buy it for you. Please stop tagging me because it's so like there are these little things. I'm not going to go follow 100 people. Like I just think in giveaways, guys, and being in marketing, I'm such a fucking marketing specialist.
Videographer.
I think if I'm going to give a little marketing advice, I think that you really need to keep it concise. Remember that even though you are a brand, you have to put yourself in the shoes of you being a consumer.
Yeah, like,
and
if
you need to say,
wouldn't do it, why would others?
If you wouldn't follow 8 accounts for a little thing, you have to really think that way. And it's very important. And honestly, stop tagging me in giveaways. Yeah. Unless, like, random people, like, I don't even know you. Like, why are you tagging me in a giveaway?
Yeah.
Like,
I don't even fucking answer the ones my friends tag me. Yeah. I am not answering Shikutsi-me69. Like, no.
Shikutsi-me69. I want to talk about, that's another thing, talking about Instagram. My pet peeve, okay?
Yes.
Is when...
You have many.
So many.
Mine is men and the way they dress, and we'll talk about that in another episode.
Are those
and
two
sandals, like, do you want to be fucked?
Flip-flops! Okay, don't even get me started at that. But what I want to say is, when somebody likes, like, you get a new follower, and I'm gonna wholeheartedly direct this to guys because I think it's only men who do this.
Okay.
If you follow a girl new and you want to get noticed, so you like every single one of her 150 posts, I'm just gonna give you a little tip, okay? Don't.
You're
Don't
not getting
fucking
noticed.
do
You're
that.
getting blocked.
Don't fucking do that.
Choose one picture that you liked and make the girl wonder and be like, "Ooh, why did he choose that one? What did he like about
But I
that
could
one?"
see, I could.
Less is more.
But I could
people.
see how they would, like, I think the perfect recipe, if you want to, like, even as a girl, if you want to get a guy on Insta, I say, like, 3 pictures and choose, like, one recent one a little older, and then, like, you know, a third one, whatever. Because then at least they're going to see your name 3 times. But do not like more than 3 times at the fucking same minute.
Yeah, and
'cause it's
if you're
fucking
asking me, I find 3 is even too much. I would do 1, keep
it's
it
because
short
one
and
can get
sweet.
lost.
Yeah.
One can get lost.
And also, if you like somebody's picture from behind because you're stalking them, also like 3 pictures, so you even it out, and then it just looks like you were interested in their feed and it wasn't a mistake.
Do we agree that there's a hidden, like, dialogue when you like a guy's picture and then he likes one back and then you like one back and he likes one back? You're like, okay, bro,
But
just
then
say
I
you want to
also think
fuck
he's a
me.
pussy. After this game, why haven't you?
Yeah.
You know,
if there's
made a
more
move?
than like 2 like backs, he better be in the DMs or get the you're literally a pussy cat.
Yes.
Like, you're a pussy.
Yeah.
So
wait, that being said,
my titties
do
out.
you think that somebody is immature for blocking you? So my stance on this is look.
Stance.
Stance.
Oh, I thought you said stats. I said put up
the stats.
pull out the data.
So my stance on this, and the older I get, and it's not to be all like, oh, I don't want to follow a lot of people. I'm becoming more and more a person who wants to like be so selective in what I see on my feed, because especially with COVID and everything, I am on my phone on Instagram more than I even want to be on. And a lot of things, being and seeing so many people with their amazing lives makes me depressed, and I know that's unhealthy on my end. But I want to follow more spiritual universe and people who have a purpose on Instagram and bring something to me. So no, I don't want to follow a million people.
Yeah.
But
I totally agree with that.
do you think, and I'm really changing, like, anyway,
I
I'm
just wanna
rebranding.
say-
I go by Deandra now.
I just want to say before you move on the topic though, I'm very like scared to unfollow people because I don't want people to take it like personally.
Yeah, and it's
or
no
even like
hate.
yeah, or even like people follow me sometimes and I know them through people, but I don't like following people I don't know because I don't want to see your content. Like, I really like to follow creative people. I like to see art. I like to see design.
So basically, Veronica's unfollowing me after this. I'm not creative.
Basically. But it's just like, I won't follow you if I don't know you. That's one
and
thing.
I got in like a fight with a friend once because she had introduced me to one of her friends, and it was her friend and they were friends. And I don't really know him like or anything. And she found it offensive because he told her, I don't understand why I follow her and she didn't follow me back. And she started getting mad at me. And I'm like, yo, you decide what you want to do and I decide why do I have to feel in this triangle because you, and I know it sounds so stupid and I know it sounds like, oh, I just follow him. But it's like, why? Like, I don't, it's not somebody I hang out with. It's not somebody I know. Like, do you get what I mean?
I also think it's a problem on both ends because I do take it personally when people unfollow me.
Yes.
But I want people to not take it personally when I unfollow them. Like, I'm like, yo, that girl, yeah, she unfollowed me.
Yeah.
But also, okay, I'm just gonna
Veronica's
also
been
sneak
grabbing her tits a lot this.
It's because they're
episode.
out. I'm making sure they're
So
in.
guys, you should be listening on
I'm
YouTube
like,
for this
stay,
one.
yo. I'm getting used to them because I know that since I switched my birth control and I'm hopefully gonna be losing weight, they're gonna go too.
That's what
so
the
I'm
tits
trying to feel. Okay. Oh my God. No, but I just want to say is
You want to say a lot of things.
I forgot what the fuck I
Anyways, but going back to like, do you think it's immature if somebody blocks you? Sip string.
I mean, it depends. It honestly depends. I'm so much like I know it's so ugly, but I'm a people pleaser. Like, I love when everyone loves me. It's just my character.
Yeah.
Like, I like to be chill with everyone. So if somebody blocks me, I'm like, now you just made this like a thing. Like, now you just made it like, I feel like now I have to go on with my life. And
know
if
that
I
if I
run
bump
into you,
into
it's like,
yeah.
I would prefer, honestly, not to be like a fake bitch, but I'm the type of person where I don't like confrontation. And if we have an issue, I will never take it up with you. In like, if I don't like you, I'm never gonna go to a party and and be like, fuck you. Like, I'm just gonna act normal and I'm gonna say hi and that's it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I do feel like sometimes there's circumstances that maybe I just know all the times that my exes have blocked me. I said
my quote is whoa, it's taking a while. Salty means,
I was fucking joking.
Salty means you care. So if you want to show somebody you don't give a fuck, then don't give it the time of day. Don't even react. But I also understand, like, when you get in the heat of the moment with things and you get in an argument or a friend breakup or anything, it's so easy to click that block button because you almost want to erase it. I think that after time, I think it's time to learn to, like, you were really raging in that moment, and like blocking somebody is actually just like childish. If you, after the 3-month period, are still blocked, unless you did something so terrible that you're like, okay.
I'm gonna be honest though, like when it comes to blocking, I always like really look down upon it. I was always just like, oh, that's so immature. Like, you're just trying to show me. But then look,
if somebody's trying to flaunt their dick also in a DM, block.
But yeah, that's a whole nother story. But I'm talking about like personal relationships, and I think for me it goes more with like relationships. I thought it was always really immature to like block an ex and whatever.
For sure.
But what happened to me is I remember when I like was kind of seeing somebody and we essentially broke off, and I was still really like hurt over it, and I was still almost like not obsessed with them, but very like
ready to like.
For me the ending came as a shock, so I was still like really wanted to know what they were doing and always checking their profile and always checking their phones, and it was not good for me. It was not good for me, and I was like, okay, I want to block this person because it's negative to me that I'm constantly obsessively checking their profile, checking their pictures, checking who tagged them. Like, I don't like that for me, and I want to block them so that I don't have to see. But then it was like, I don't want to seem like now, oh, I'm so mad, I'm so bitter, which it wasn't the case. I was just like, genuinely, it's affecting me badly to have access to your profile. Like, it's more me, but obviously you can't communicate that to somebody. So I just ended up not blocking them and just like, just trying to ignore.
Time heals everything.
Facts, though.
I will stick to my day job.
Yeah. Honestly, I want to say, guys, I made a joke video the other day where I was singing like a song about like climate change, like
why haven't I
essentially the earth blowing up. No, I posted on my story and I got like 40 shares, and I was like, okay, if you think I'm serious, this is an issue. Like, I wanted to talk about like feeling behind in our goals, but I'm trying not to focus on the future.
You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? So we're just going to focus on today.
Yeah. So mental health, we're doing great. I'm an overachiever, so I'm working on things I want to fix. Veronica's working on not getting her drink in her tits. Thank you so much for watching our first episode of season 2. We will be having amazing interviews. Oh my god. Alessia, fuck, you were almost at the end. You almost made it. Jesus.
It's my job to fuck up. Anyways, guys, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like. Follow us on Instagram, The Chemical X Podcast. We love you. We are so excited to start this new
chapter with
season.
You all. Let's blow this fucking podcast up.
In this new room.
I know.
And this is the last time my titties are going to be out because hopefully I lose weight.
Hello. That's how I thought. I thought you called your doctor. Hi, hello, doctor. I gained a little bit of weight.
My doctor's a girl, so I don't know why you're sounding like
that's
it's
what I
fucking...
wanted to do, but then I realized.
Anyway, bye, guys.